Thank you much, Amanda. We are still cooking in the kitchen today, and we have Missy Mercer joining us right now. Remind folks what we're making here, because this is pretty fancy, and you can get this at Tomatino's and Cafe Luisa where you work.
Yes, sir. This is a cinnamon sauce that goes with the cinnamon roll bread pudding. It is in the mixer. We have egg yolk, cinnamon. Right here, we're going to put our sugar. We're heating up our heavy cream.
Okay.
And we are going to make this sauce, so when that bread pudding comes out of the oven, we are going to be able to have it with it.
Okay.
When we get done with it, we're going to strain it and then cool it. And we typically don't eat this hot. We eat it more like room temperature.
Okay. I see the ice over here. I was wondering what that was for.
Yes. So we want to cool it down. It's
Okay.
going to stop the eggs from cooking.
Okay.
So you don't
How long
want
does it take to normally cool if you don't sit it nice, or do you normally do that?
always set it nice.
Okay.
Yeah, because you kind of want to shock it and just stop that cooking process. This is the heavy cream that you just want to steep, and it's hot. I've had it on here, so I'm ready to pull it. Try to get ahead.
Yes, I like that. I like the way you're thinking there.
And
you
then
pour that in there.
slowly you temper these egg yolks, so you don't want to scramble them.
Okay.
So you add a little bit of hot cream at a time.
I love that camera angle. We can see right down in your bowl there and see what's going on. I'm glad you're doing the pouring, because that's usually where things go south for me, when I start spilling things over the table or on my feet. Or
I wasn't going to make you do this.
Yeah, thank you. Took me 20 minutes to get my gloves on last time. So we're making our sauce here.
So yes, sir. As soon as you just completely add all the cream to this, and it doesn't take long in the mixer, then we just turn it back out and we put it back in the stove.
Okay.
And cook it.
How long does that take usually?
Like probably 3 to 4 minutes. You know, some people do it with a hot water underneath, but I've done this a lot, and so I can do it directly on the burner. I'd say people at home, if they have a hard time with it, they probably want to do it.
Is there a common error people make when they get to this step? Can you overdo it?
You can overdo it real easily.
Yeah, I said that like something. If you're not paying attention, it can burn on you quickly, and then you're like back to square one.
Exactly. Yeah. You're starting all over again. So the whole thing is don't leave it. Just stir it the whole time. And you're stirring the bottom. Usually with a high heat rubber spatula is the best. Don't use metal on metal. You know, that's just not going to turn out well.
Yeah, okay. Rubber spatula. I actually melted one of those in the frying pan one time. I learned real quickly. The wife's like, what are we doing here? So you're doing good, though. You're better than I am.
So we're just stirring it, and then what's going to happen is those eggs and sugar and everything is going to just start to come up to temp and cook and thicken up. And so we're really just trying to get to that point. I'm going to show y'all a trick in a minute that you can tell when it's done. And like I said, I'm good at doing this, but like a lot of people might put like a hot water in a pot in a bowl on top with this in it. Is definitely a way that it's going to take a little bit longer to cook, probably double the cook time, but it's definitely going to make it to where you don't scramble them.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, you'd rather take a little longer and make sure you do it the right way than try to rush things and end up messing up and having to start over, or just head on down to Tomatino's for the day and get it over there. That's
and just come by.
The easiest way to do it, isn't it?
Definitely. Makes it easier.
All right, so when this is done stirring, we get this all mixed up right, will that go back on our bread and our rolls over there?
Yes, so what we're going to do is we're going to strain it, cool it, and then when you come back for the next, you'll be able to eat it. Okay,
and I see this caramel here, and I've been staring at it for like a long time. Like, when does that come in? Because I might just want to squirt some in my hand and taste it.
That's the other sauce that we put on the bread pudding, because I feel like the caramel helps bring out the cinnamon roll flavor and everything really well. But that's our house-made caramel sauce. It's a 3-2-1 caramel sauce, so it's heavy cream, sugar, water.
Okay, you said you can kind of tell us a little bit, but we're not giving out all the secrets here, because that's in-house secret.
Well, I mean, you just caramelize sugar and stir in cream, but it's a little bit harder than that.
As it looks like, it looks like that's ready to go. Well, I can't wait to see what we're doing here. So we're gonna keep on stirring, dump that in, and then we come back here through the magic of television. And thankfully, you brought another one with you, so it's already cooking, ready to go. We're gonna do a little taste testing coming up during the end of the show. Remind folks again, if they don't want to do all this stuff at home, want to come join you, where they can find this.
We're in Old Cloverdale on Cloverdale Road, next to Pine Bar, in the middle of Cloverdale. Baked in Cloverdale is our logo on the windows, so don't be confused. That is Cafe Luisa and Tomatino's. We bake everything in-house. We have pizza on one side and sandwiches and coffee and desserts on the other.
Be there the whole day. Just start off, lunch, dessert, and call it a day. All right, Missy, we'll check back in with you in just a little bit. She's doing a great job here getting us ready. We'll do a little taste testing coming up at the end of the show. Much more Alabama Live coming up after this short break. We'll tell you a little bit about